Alright guys, got here in this marsh just a little while ago, and it's a total different day, guys. It's the same place, but I got here a little earlier than normal. It was about 6:40 when I first got to this place. I looked, and then I could see redfish here and there. They're still here, but we have a total different conditions. We've got about 3 or 4 inches more water than we had the last several trips, and also the wind has turned pretty hard south. It's not blowing hard right now, but it's supposed to. So I don't know what we're gonna get into today, but I said, well, let's just see. I know they were here last time I was here, so it looks like there's still some of them here, but this is a little guy here. I'm not sure he'll even make the grade. I don't think he will. Let's just look. Oh, he's 20 on the nose, you bend the tail, but we're not gonna take this little guy. I did bust a couple of big dogs again, probably too big. They busted up and left, but so I think they're still in this hole. Get out of here, fella. But I think they have enough water this time to go up in them lakes that were too shallow before. So I'm thinking to paddle on this kind of south bank, which is kind of the protected bank, and then when I get over there, go up into that other lake that I was never able to get into. So all right guys, why don't y'all come along with me. All right fellas, what do we get? This is gonna make the grade. I done paddled all along that bank, and I spooked a big school there in the middle, but I think that was part of that same group from last time, and they remembered me. They said, hey, don't be getting around that fella. Old Bob and old Frank and a couple of other fellas, they were here, and then all of a sudden they're not here. So you want to stay away from him. Well, he's definitely a keeper sized. I was wanting to put my stake down, but I wasn't convinced I need to do that. I mean, I need to do it, but I didn't want to give him any slack, but he didn't look like he wanted to turn around anyway. But I saw this fella. I was casting blind, and even though I know they're out there, nothing wanted to take my bait. Look at that beautiful sunrise. Yeah, it's a little late than a sunrise, but I watched it come up a while ago. I was hoping to catch a fish right when it was peeking up, but well, that last one was pretty close to when it was up. But, you know, I think this rascal might be too big or something, because he don't want to turn. Come on in, guy. Oh, that's amazing, fellas. This is the 4th trip in this little old acre, probably I'd say 30 acres, maybe 20 acre pond. I hadn't done the math, but I told y'all in one video it was about 230 yards across, so you can kind of figure that out if anybody knows how to do the math. It's pretty round, so you could figure a 230 yard circle. And I know it had thousands of pounds of these rascals in it. Big ones, mostly big ones. Now, well, y'all saw the little one a while ago. Uh-oh, there's a littler one. So today I've seen more littler ones. So maybe some of these, I don't know. I just don't know. Because I still seen some big ones too. I seen some big balls run off from me whenever I mean, some huge ones. I caught 2 of them 31 inchers or better last time. Well, I think one of them ran off a while ago. Might have been just that big or bigger. And this fella ain't no little one. I think he might be too large to be taken home. You coming on the board? He said, yeah, might as well. Might as well. Ain't nothing else better to do. Well, fellas, he got his tail bent. He's not quite 28. He's 27 3/4. But that is too big. Man, I got my glove in my pocket and I ain't put it on the last two fish. I was thinking about it last time when I oh, I see one plowing outside on top of the water again. It's just a little deeper, like I said a while ago. Fella, you scrape my sore fingers. They ain't quite as sore as they were last trip because I used my glove. All right, you ready to get it back in this water? Come on now, come on. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful big old feller. Where's your little cousin at? I need to see your little cousin. He's all right, fellas. Let's don't waste time in between fish. My video is getting long. There's a couple plowing in the water over there. All right, I'm gonna get my glove out of my pocket. So anyway, we'll see y'all in a bit. All right, came up this little ditch and finally seen one. Finally. I know I get so spoiled when I don't get a fish right away. This is terrible. I know this paradise fishing don't last. You just don't get you just don't get this kind of fishing all the time. But when I don't get a fish in like 5 minutes, I'm like, finally I got me another one. Finally I saw one. No, but y'all seen whenever this one ran by, there was another one shot through the water that was a pretty big one. But it's a pretty good sized fish himself. I was trying to decide, this little hole splits off in about 3 or 4 different directions, and I remember looking on Google Earth, and one of them goes up into like a kind of long skinny lake, and then other ones don't, and I don't remember which one it is. I can look on my phone, but it done got bright, and sometimes I have a hard time seeing on my phone when it's bright. It's not that bright, but anyway, I didn't get that far. I just was paddling in this hole looking at each one of them, my decisions. There's one there, and I think one goes that way. And anyway, well, this fish came out of that one. Maybe we need to go up there. Maybe he's got some friends. You got any friends up there? Oh, Jake, he said. Jake. They said Bob left, Frank left. Now Jake's fixing to leave. Well, I don't know what to say. It's just what I do. All right, 25 and a half. That's just a good one. Just a good one. Settle down, fella. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Well, he was hooked in there a little bit, but just a good old nice fish for the box. He's a little lean. He's not plump fat like some of them are, but he'll do just fine. All right, see that big lake is right there, and that little ditch made just a little cut here. All right, let's move straight on in and see what else we can get. All right, you gotta throw it just right on a day like today. It's not a bitey day. I throwed it by this little feller several times. Hey, turnip and whatever, but finally get it presented just right. And he's like, okay, that's it. That's it. You pestered me long enough. I'm gonna bite you. Might not want to eat you, but I'm gonna bite you anyway. Well, you should have just left, fella. It was a trick. I don't know if he'll make it or not, but this is that little hole I just mentioned. And it's a kind of nice little hole up here, but I hadn't seen one redfish all along this bank until I got around there and I met one. And it's not really set up good for a wind, because it's north and south. You only have a little short bank over there, it'd be calm in a south wind, and a little tiny bank over here that would be good in a north wind. So on a calm day you can paddle up here, I guess. But anyway, it's good to explore. That's what I'm doing today. I'm breaking the old rule. They say don't leave fish to find fish. Well, I'm more so exploring than I am, anything else, because there was plenty of fish in that same pond we were in. He's almost 21. He's not very big, but he's a perfect eater. I might just throw him in a box because he's such a perfect eater. And I'm more after the quality today than quantity. We got a big one in there now. But all right, fellas, let's move on. I'm gonna, good Lord willing, go around this edge and then get out of here and do a little more searching and looking around and see if we can get number 3 and then call it. But it's been fun this morning. The wind hadn't picked up yet, but I know it's supposed to, so let's get on to it. Oh yeah. Well, I pulled through that little cut right there, and I had heard a bust or two up here, but I got to the mouth and I just sat there a second and I didn't see anything except stuff out here in the middle. And I said, well, I'll give me a blind cast across there and see what we can do. Well, I hope this fella hangs on. I'm not gonna kid you guys. I have been paddling around, but it's my own fault. Left fish to try to find fish. It's not a big deal though. You got to explore around, but I got a little workout. It was probably been about an hour, a little over an hour. I looked at my camera. I was going to dump it. It said an hour. And then I said, well, I'm not going to go much longer anyway, and I got plenty of room on the card. Hopefully I can get number 3 real quick and get out of here. I don't know if this guy's gonna be long enough or not. He probably is, but well, he barely had it on the inside of his mouth. Ooh, there's a good one. Ooh, there's a few. About 3 or 4 videos back, when I was up where that duck blind was, it was too shallow to get up in this little cut. I tried, and yeah, he's 21 and a quarter or so. He'll make number 3. But I went in that spot where that duck blind was, and there was one red. He kind of sniffed of it, but he didn't take it. And so anyway, that's a good deal to go ahead and try. And I got my 3rd one finally. But they just get spread out. When you add about 2 or 3 more inches of water, they spread out. And plus, on top of it, they spooky. I did have one wad. I mean, that was the perfect setup. Must have been 50 of them. And they was just rooting right along. I throwed, and the lure couldn't even go down in the water, and I messed it up so bad. I'm ashamed to even show it to you. So we probably won't. But who knows? I might pop it in after this as a fail. My failed attempt to get number 3. Anyway, but we got it, and now it's time for us to head on out of here, guys. And I just thank y'all for coming out, and I hope y'all have a good week. I want to say God bless, and we will see y'all next time.